What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode, we invaded the Yiga clan hideout and stole back the Thunder Helm for Lady Riju. Now we're here at an outpost, ready to make our final plans with Riju, so we can make an attempt at calming the final Divine Beast. Riju is waiting for us on top of this lookout tower, and I think I'm about as prepared as I'm going to be, so let's head up here, go over the plan, and get ready to do this thing. How you doing, Riju? Well then, that's what you really look like, huh? Heh. With Vo banned from town, it's not very common for me to see someone like you. What a sight, Divine Beast Vah Naboris. It's pretty intimidating. If we want to get close enough to that thing, we'll need to use sand seals. Are you ready? I think I am. Feeling confident? Good, let's get going then. First, we'll use the sand seals to get in really close to that thing. I'll take the lead. I'm counting on you to shoot at its feet with bomb arrows. Naboris draws energy from the ground to keep moving. If you damage the feet, I think you can stop it. Those lightning strikes, though, getting hit even once could prove fatal. The Thunder Helm can repel the lightning strikes, protecting me from harm. But it can also shield a limited area around me. You'll have to stay close if you don't want to be shocked. And listen, if you're too injured to keep fighting, promise me you'll retreat here to the lookout post. Don't do anything reckless under any circumstances. Here are some Gerudo bomb arrows. There aren't many, so be sure to put them to good use. And we get 20 of them, that's more than enough. This is the last time I'll ask. Are you ready? Let's do this thing. Could you give me a bit of room, just for a moment? My name is Riju, descendant of the royal line and leader of the Gerudo people. With the power of the heirloom passed down in my family, I shall calm the Divine Beast Vah Naboris. Ancestors of the Gerudo, answer my call. Aid me in this task. Oh wow, I can feel their power coursing through me. Let's move. Lady Urbosa, please grant Link and me your protection. Okay, so this is probably my second favorite approach section, just because, I don't know, it's kind of challenging and also a lot of fun. But the general gist of things is this: if you're inside this circle, you're safe. If you're outside of it, get back inside it as soon as you possibly can. Right now we're sort of making our approach to the Divine Beast itself, so we really don't need to worry about any lightning strikes or anything like that. We're relatively safe, but as we get closer and closer, it will become more and more dangerous, and then eventually, lightning will start raining down from the Divine Beast itself, so you'll want to definitely make sure you're in the circle there. For the most part, though, the game does a pretty decent job of matching your speed, and if you do veer off course, Riju will try and correct and get back to you as soon as she can, or at least place herself in a position where you should be able to reach her without too much trouble. So it looks hard, but it's really not that difficult. Honestly, the hardest thing is going in a straight line. Like, for me at least, I always tend to swerve left and right and can never just go straight normally for whatever reason. Alright, we are getting a little bit closer to this Divine Beast, so it should start to get a little bit scary in just a moment. Alright, so now the Divine Beast is sort of charging up. We're in close. Make sure we're inside the circle. That was its first lightning strike. Thank goodness we did not get hit. Now that we're close, though, like she said, we're going to need to use bomb arrows to destroy those legs. So let's equip those. And also, I'm going to equip the golden bow that we picked up at the outpost. The golden bow is pretty nice because it has a fairly lengthy zoom to it, and it also has really good range, so it makes it pretty ideal for shooting all of these like feet as we go through here. Thankfully, we still have not gotten hit by lightning. I'm making sure to be very, very careful and sort of only time my shots when it's not charging up. It is charging up right now, actually, so we should be a little bit careful here, but I think we'll be fine. After this sort of strike, I'm going to try and get the final hit on that last foot. Each foot does require 2 hits, but there we go. I guess with that, we've done it. Not bad, guys.
Unfortunately, I cannot appease Naboris on my own. I have no choice but to entrust the rest to you. Don't let us down, Link.
Travel gate registered the map.
Well, well, well. You sure do know how to keep a woman waiting. I can't wait to see you take Naboris back from Ganon. One thing at a time. You'll need a map to find your way around. Head over to that guidance stone over there. Sounds easy, right?
Alright, so finally, here we are inside Divine Beast Vah Naboris. Now, to be totally honest, guys, this is the Divine Beast that took me the longest on my original playthrough. That being said, though, it's actually not that hard. It's just, I was playing the game at like 4 AM after a 6-hour play session, and I think my brain at that point was fried because it took me forever to figure out, like, the simplest of puzzles. So even though I did have a hard time during my personal playthrough, I think this time around, because, you know, I'm coming into it with a fresh, well-rested mind, it's not going to be that bad at all. So, like Urbosa said, let's go and grab the map, shall we? Sheikah Slate authenticated. Distilling map of Divine Beast. And there we go! Divine Beast controls have been enabled.
Good work getting the map of the Divine Beast. The terminals that control Naboris are noted by a series of glowing points on your map. Take Naboris back by activating all of the terminals. You're ready for this.
Well, I do appreciate the confidence, Urbosa. Okay, so here's how Divine Beast Vah Naboris works. Essentially, the innards are part of a giant circuit. The center area here on our map, that's where, like, the generator is. So the left and right area that we can rotate, those just have wires that lead to other parts of the Divine Beast. So we can, like, move them around, connect them to various different sections of the Divine Beast to activate different things or reach different areas. It's kind of confusing, but that's not really the hard part. The hard part is the brain tease of how Link can sort of interact with the different moving parts of the Divine Beast. So, for instance, right over there is the first terminal. Now, obviously, we can't activate it because it's upside down. So, to reach it, what you want to do is stand down here and then rotate the Divine Beast a couple of times, and eventually we'll sort of be standing on solid ground, and we'll be able to jump across and reach that terminal. It's kind of hard to explain, but hopefully, along with that explanation, like the visual aspect, makes you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Anyways, let's activate this first terminal. Sheikah Slate authenticated.
There are 4 terminals remaining. I'm counting on you.
Don't worry, Urbosa, I got this. Now, here's one thing I want to say. This Divine Beast has a lot of, like, treasure chests that you can find. I'm probably not going to go after too many of them, because, well, at this point, they're all entirely useless to us. Like, the items that we get are just not worth the time required to get them. Alright, so, yeah, next thing, let's hop out here and try and take this guy out. Ooh, actually, you know what? I do not want Daruk's protection going off like that, so here's what I'm gonna do. Real quick, we're gonna go and disable Daruk's protection. I actually want to save as many charges as I can for the boss of this Divine Beast, because having Daruk's protection actually makes this boss a whole heck of a lot easier. And, yeah, here's, like, the next terminal. So, we'll hop in here, rotate this around a little bit, and then we should be able to activate it. So, once we fight the boss, I'll go and re-enable Daruk's protection. Sheikah Slate authenticated.
There are 3 terminals remaining. Hang in there.
Okay, 2 down already, not bad. Now, I know what you guys are probably thinking. Matt, you severely over-exaggerated the difficulty of this Divine Beast, and to be fair, you're probably right. I was basing that all off of my own personal playthrough, but going back and playing through this again to practice for this recording session, I realized that, yeah, it's actually not that hard. That being said, though, those were the easy terminals. The remaining 3 are just a tad harder, especially the 2 that are directly above where we are, which I kinda wanna go to next. So, I need to make my way up there. Problem is, that isn't exactly the easiest thing in the world, at least for me. Let's stand here and rotate this around just a little bit. I'm not exactly sure which platform I need to stand on in order to reach that area, but we'll figure that out as we go. So, ooh, hang on, let me actually get on here. And that is not going to be high enough, so let's see, hang on, I think if I stand underneath this section, it should bring me up high enough to reach the outside area. This is like the biggest part that I struggle with inside this Divine Beast, just like figuring out exactly where I need to stand in order to reach the different levels, but yeah, this will totally work. Alright, so now that we're up here, remember how I said this entire Divine Beast is essentially a giant circuit, and this center area is the generator? Well, let's move this all the way to the top, that way we can connect it with the wires and bring electricity to this section of the Divine Beast. So, once this thing rotates around, the glowing energy should flow through that wire, and now we have a short, like, circuitry puzzle to solve real quick. Not too hard, you know, just line everything up, make sure it's all connected, everything's glowing, and that's really all there is to it. So, you really shouldn't get confused on this puzzle. Now, here's the thing. The second we connect this circuit and make the energy flow, it's going to lift up this section of the Divine Beast. We don't want that just yet, so we're going to disconnect the middle generator, and that will cause this thing to fall back down and allow us to go up to the tip of it. Now, the reason why you want to go up to the tip is because this thing is sort of like an elevator. It brings you to the higher up sections of the Divine Beast, so obviously we need to be here first before it starts moving. Let's send this thing all the way back around, that way we can reconnect the circuitry. This will take a couple of moments as it sort of rotates through the entire thing, but once it does reconnect, this thing will safely lift us up to the next area, and we should be able to reach the 2 terminals that are up there within a relatively short amount of time, one after the other. So, there we go, just like that, and nice looking Malice eyeball up there. Let's get rid of this guy real quick. Oh geez, that was kinda creepy. I should not be using the zoom bow, like, that was way too close for my liking. But, yeah, you're gonna find a lot of Malice eyeballs up here, so get used to taking those guys out. Alright, whoops, hang on. Let's actually climb this ladder properly, because not only can we find a treasure chest up here, but more importantly is this turns dial. Now, if we rotate this thing around, we can actually cause some of the energy to continue flowing and, light up that weird glowing orange thing, which actually does sort of activate a trolley of sorts, allowing us to, you know, go between the 2 humps here on the camel. And, you know, the long way to get this chest is kind of boring, so let's just jump directly through all the Malice. I don't really care about the damage that I'll take. And inside this chest, we're gonna get ourselves some topaz. Not bad, but again, nothing too amazing. So, yeah, activating this trolley is, like, super important, because this lets you go between, like, the 2 areas where we're gonna find some other, like, portable generators that we need to reach one of the terminals. I know that sort of doesn't make any sense right now, but once we see them, you guys will understand. Speaking of terminals, though, if we get rid of this guy, there's a terminal right in front of us that we can activate. Let's just get rid of this mini guardian. And really, elevator, come on, dude. You had to move now, didn't you? Alright, fine. Let's wait for this thing to go back up, and then we'll activate the next terminal. And geez, this zoom bow is doing me no favors. I probably should swap off of it. But first things first, let's activate the next terminal. Sheikah Slate authenticated.
There are 2 terminals remaining. Stay focused.
Alright, will do. Come on, elevator. Really, man? Fine. Doing me no favors right now, but, yeah, I guess now we can take the time to swap to a different bow. I don't know, like, I like the golden bow. The zoom is cool, but it's really only useful when farming for dragon parts or on the approach to this Divine Beast. Otherwise, it's not exactly easy to hit other things, because look at that, man. Like, way easier to hit that shot from practically the same position. But, the minor movements of the elevator weren't that big of a deal since I wasn't so zoomed in. Anyways, we do need to ride this elevator all the way to the top, because that's where we'll find one of those portable generators that I was talking about. It's right here in front of us, so let's grab this, and, well, now we want to actually bring it all the way down to the bottom. But actually, hang on real quick. Is that a chest over there? I can't actually tell. No, it's not. I have no idea what I thought I saw, but it was definitely not a chest. Thought I saw, like, something shining, though, so let's toss this down. Oh, of course you would land on the 2nd floor. Great. I probably should have just, like, fell down with it and took the fall damage. It really wouldn't have made a difference, but, you know, whatever, man. Get down there, will ya? Alright, so, as I was saying, this is essentially a portable generator, so there is, like, energy and electricity flowing through it, meaning we can use it to activate various different nodes, like the one keeping this door shut. So, if we open that up, we can head in here, and there's 2 Guardian Scouts that we need to dispel real quick. Thankfully, they're, like, super easy. Get rid of those guys real quick. And, here's the deal. The terminal is locked behind that, grate. We need 2 of these portable generators to unlock it. So, let's track it down, and you need to die, buddy. There we go. as well as all these stupid things that you happen to spawn. Why did that one have 30 HP? Normally they only have like 1, so that was kinda weird. And oh great, our royal bow is badly damaged. Well, that's just dandy. Alright, let's swap that real quick to a knight's bow. It's a good thing I have like 1,000,000 of those, so no big deal. Now, the generator that we're looking for is right on top of this platform, so make sure you have magnesis at the ready. We'll grab onto this real quick and try and drop down here. Took a little bit of fall damage, but no big deal. Now that we have this second generator, though, let's attach it to this first node over here. And we'll grab this other generator, attach it to this node, and that should unlock the door, allowing us access to this terminal. Sheikah Slate authenticated.
Just one terminal remaining. You're almost there.
Alright, so those were like the hardest ones. Now that we're done, there's only one terminal remaining, like Urbosa said, and this one's actually fairly easy to get to. In fact, if we just jump out from right here, we're basically there. One puzzle that we do need to solve real quick, though, is by rotating this turnstile. So if we rotate it counterclockwise, it moves the wheel on the right side, and basically we want to keep rotating this until we power up the node that is somewhere on this wheel. There it is. Alright, so that one's good to go. And now, if we rotate it clockwise, we can turn the left wheel. So same deal, just keep pushing this around until eventually we activate the node. Be careful not to push it too much because you can, like, cause it to go around more than once. But once you activate it, yes, it'll send, like, this part of the camel up into the air and also activate this elevator, which will bring us directly to the final terminal. So, essentially, we are already done with this Divine Beast. You know, not too bad. Like, we made really good time, honestly. I'm pretty impressed at how quickly I did it, considering how much trouble that it gave me on my personal playthrough. But here we go. Sheikah Slate authenticated.
Well done. That was the last of the terminals. Now, you'll need to start up the main control unit. Take a good look at your map. Head for the glowing mark you see there. You're doing well. But overconfidence can be a deadly foe.
Right, so we're not out of the woods just yet. We still have the boss to go, and generally speaking, this is the hardest boss of all the Divine Beasts for a number of different reasons. In fact, this is like the only boss that I died to multiple times, actually, on my personal playthrough, so don't feel too bad if he does get the better of you. Like, he's definitely tough, so just take your time, be patient, and I'll give you guys, like, the best tips that I do have for fighting this guy. Although I still need to make my way into the center and actually, you know, get to the main control unit. So, let's head up here, and I guess we'll just, like, wait for this thing to rotate all the way around. I thought there was a faster way back to the center where those elevators were, but, I was sorely mistaken. So we'll do it the anticlimactic way and just wait for this thing to go all the way around, and eventually there should be an opening that we can slip through. There it is. And, we will actually need to rotate the inside of this Divine Beast because the main control unit is upside down, so I can't reach it that way, man. That's not gonna fly. And I just realized I, like, only got one chest in this entire Divine Beast. I knew I was gonna avoid most of them, but, that's still kind of low for me. Anyways, not a huge deal. Before we activate the control unit, let's make sure we're well equipped with the Master Sword, of course, and I think we're just about ready. So, let's do this, guys. Here we go, Thunderblight Ganon.
Stay on your edge, Link. This formidable adversary was made by Ganon, and brought me to a warrior's demise 100 years ago. Do not allow this to be your end. Fight for your life, and its death. This thing is
So yeah, right off the bat, one of the things that makes this guy relatively harder than the other bosses is that he has a shield, so there is some defense. On top of that, he's ridiculously fast. Like, he can just pretty much teleport directly to you like that. What he does, make sure you have your guard up, that way you can sort of stun him, then take out his shield, and just go in on him. Like, this first phase, really not too hard. Once you deal enough damage, he goes up in the air and tries to hit you with those electricity bolts. If he does hit you, you will get stunned. You might actually drop your weapon, and yeah, if you can get a flurry rush, that will be the end of Thunderblight Ganon. So your timing is key. If you can nail those, you'll have no problem with this fight. Now we're moving on to Phase 2. Phase 2 is a little bit interesting. He does something kind of strange, actually. And it's really not too hard. So during Phase 2, here's what he's going to do. He's going to summon, like, iron spikes from the sky. He's not really going to attack you directly, but if you're standing close to those spikes, you will get hit with electricity for a ton of damage. What you want to do is get relatively close to wherever he is, and grab one of those spikes with magnesis. So any one of these will do. Yeah, you do need to be quick because he will incinerate them with lightning, so if you're not fast enough to grab one, you'll just need to wait until the next cycle. There's really not too much danger here, though, so don't worry about it too much. Let me try and grab one of these. Come on, dude. Seriously? Alright, fine. I'm gonna get one on the next cycle, guys. I promise. I have no idea why this is taking me so long. Like, normally this is not hard at all, but there we go. So now we're just gonna hold on to this. Don't worry about it too much. Just pull it away from the other spikes, and he shouldn't be able to incinerate this one. Now, we just need to drag it close to where he is. That way we can hit him with it, knock him down, and now we can start dealing some damage in this phase. Oh, jeez. Okay. Now that his blade is electrified, I think it's time to re-enable Daruk's protection. This will give us a perfect guard. So even if he does try to warp to us, if we miss our flurry rush, we can still, like, counterattack him. Thankfully, we did nail the flurry rush, so we can keep going. And there we go. We did it. Not bad. Holy crap, I am incredibly happy with how that fight went. Like, that was pretty close to perfect. Not gonna complain. Alright, so now that we got our heart container, what do you say we finally reclaim the final Divine Beast? Once you activate the main control unit, you will not be able to re-enter the interior of this Divine Beast. Do you still wish to activate it? Indeed, I do.
I knew you wouldn't let us down, Link. Thanks to your valor and skill, my soul is free, and Naboris is ours once again. Which means that finally, we can complete what we started years ago. We Gerudo have no tolerance for unfinished business. I've waited so long for the moment to see you finally rush Hyrule Castle. as well as for the moment when I incinerate Ganon into a pile of ash. Which reminds me, I wanted to give you a little something. Please accept this gift, which has come to be known as Urbosa's Fury. It will no doubt be of use to you. Both you and the princess, I know you have suffered much regarding what happened to us champions. But this is how things had to happen. No one need carry blame. So please, make it clear so she understands that. Tell her to shed any worries. And let her know I couldn't be more proud of her. You take good care of the princess. Oh, and also, take good care of Hyrule. Naboru, Legend of the Gerudo, celebrated over ages. And you, who were named to honor her. You are a legend as well. Isn't that right, Naboris? The bitter essence of defeat from a century ago still sits upon my tongue. But that is now in the past. It was written that Calamity Ganon once adopted the form of a Gerudo. And that will make this victory all the more satisfying. I like that. Now I can take this personally. Once we've established a lock on that thing, it will be up to Link to keep Ganon occupied until the moment we unleash our strike. That moment is going to be so delicious.
And here we are back at Gerudo City, this time with Urbosa's Fury, a destructive power born from the unbridled anger of the champion. Urbosa summons powerful lightning to the surrounding area, trigger with a charge attack by holding Y. It's pretty freaking good.
Link. Link. Thanks to you, all of the Divine Beasts have returned to us. and the spirits of the champions are free. We will all be awaiting your clash with Ganon at Hyrule Castle.
Oh, don't you worry, Zelda. Soon, but not just yet. Now that we are done with this Divine Beast, let's go ahead and re-equip all our Gerudo gear because, obviously, we still need to technically complete the quest, if you will. So, we need to go inside and talk to Riju, and even though we did appease the Divine Beast and saved pretty much Gerudo Town from utter destruction, they still won't let us roam around here unless we're wearing all of our Gerudo gear, which is kind of unfortunate, but whatever. Let's just talk to Riju. Oh, you're back! I'm glad you're okay. Truly, I am. Naboris is no longer a threat to the town. I'm still worried about the larger threat to Hyrule, but at least my people won't be troubled by Naboris anymore. I wanted to offer you these as thanks for your help. I trust you'll accept them. These pieces of equipment are priceless treasures of the Gerudo people. They were once worn by Lady Urbosa. Since you and Lady Urbosa were friends, it's only right that you have them. Well, I appreciate that, so let's go and see what's inside chest number 1. It's the Daybreaker shield. Pretty decent, but wow, our shield inventory is actually full. Holy crud, that's probably the only time that's happened to, like, anybody while playing this game. I guess we'll get rid of those things. You guys can have them. I'm sure the Gerudo can make good use of those. But yeah, we'll take the Daybreaker shield. It's not the greatest shield, but not terrible either. Inside chest number 2 is the Scimitar of the Seven. Pretty cool looking weapon. I'll take it. Alright, now that we've done that and successfully completed the Divine Beast Vah Naboris quest, well, there's still a few more things to take care of before we go and save Hyrule, but we'll take care of those in the next couple videos. So if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.